Yeah, Zoe Chong. If we found our employee has a travel plan during the hospitalization leave, interesting. Is it an annual leave or hospitalization leave? She made plans prior to the incident.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
You first, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I checking the question.
yeah, it's actually at 10:45. I would like both of our panel here to answer this question. So you see, I think this is an area like what one of the participants was actually highlighting, like the concern of an abuse. Yeah, a concern of an abuse. Actually, if the person is able to travel,
Yeah.
Jerry, I mean, if
Yeah.
even though the paperwork are there, right? The paperwork are there, but the person are able to travel. So can a employer ignore the hospital, how do you call,
Actually,
documentation?
This could be amounted to misconduct as well,
Yeah,
because
correct.
they have lied to the employer, correct or
Ah,
not? So yes, I mean, like, they can ignore the hospitalization leave because they are able to travel, right? So this could be amounted to misconduct, and he will receive a warning letter from
That's
the
correct.
employer. Yes, yes,
and then normally after 2 warning, the employer would then have the right to sack the staff
yes, to
without
terminate.
compensation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So Zoe Chong, I'm not sure whether your questions is being answered. Yeah, by that we have just highlighted to you, meaning the travel plan, whether it is prior arrangement or otherwise, but if he or she is being given should I say an instruction to rest by a medical officer or doctor, right? Official letter, that means the persons are not fit to do anything else. If the person is able to travel, the person can come back to work. So hence, yeah.
Maybe
I think, yeah,
Agnes, I'll
Jerry.
add a little bit. Actually, the employer can impose the panel clinic system so that they only allow medical certificate from certain panel clinic that they trust. So this could actually solve the problem. Yeah.
Zoe, I hope that part of the questions is actually answered. Okay, it was found out, blah, blah, blah. I want to deal with sick leave and hospitalization leave first, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can actually went through. And Marcus, while we are answering it verbally, maybe you also help me to type it down in writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the
Answering.
same time. So employee takes, okay, there is this one from Satya Kala, anak lelaki Peter Perma. Employee take time sleep from clinic is considered medical leave or paid or unpaid leave. I'm not sure whether I get these questions correctly. So you are
Okay.
talking about normal medical MC, I guess.
No, because time sleep also mean the employee present to the clinic within maybe 1 hour or 2 hour
Yeah.
is the supporting. So it's depend on company policy. It's not considered MC sick leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Company if either can just consider he or she go to clinic to visit doctor or just unpaid for 1 hour or 2 hour. It's also okay.
Okay, so maybe Marcus, you can help me to reply that one.
Can.
And Justina Tang, if staff just join a week, can he claim for full 60 days of hospitalization or should prorated to his service? I think, yeah, this is a tricky question. Wondering whether either Marcus or Jerry will be able to handle this question. So you're talking about a staff who came in a week and some mishap happen, maybe an accident or whatever, and then the person will require to rest already. Yeah,
It's
so
not prorated.
it's not
It's full.
prorated, huh?
Yeah, it's
So
full.
it will come under the less than 2 years, right? It will come under the entitlement
Yeah,
of bullet here, the
less than 2 years.
less than 2 year plus 14 days. So Justina, looks like if everything's genuine, looks like the person will then come from under this particular slide that actually says less than 2 years, then he's entitled for 60 days plus 14 days already. Yeah, so there's no prorating can be done, unfortunately. Okay. Sharon Eng, my company has a policy that only recognize panel clinics MC. Other clinic MC issue is not recognized, and they need to apply annual leave. Does this legal and all right? Yeah, Jerry, I think that there's a word legal there.
My company has a policy that only recognize, okay, other clinic issue is not recognized, and they need that's it. Actually is they can utilize annual leave instead, yes, but whether the other clinic issue is not recognized and they need to apply, that's it legal or not? The answer could be yes or no. It's not recognized. So under the contract of service between the employer and employee, if it is stated that only the panel clinic is recognized, then the employee must go to the certain panel clinic. So if they go to the other clinic, then they need to apply annual leave. Yes, so it depends on the employment contract. Yeah.
So basically, the panelship does actually will create how the claims is being made in a way, in a way, right? So I guess the panel clinics, Sharon, for your information, during the olden days of Syarikat, we used to have that as well, meaning you have to go to the panel clinic. And then I still remember during those olden days, we only have one panel clinic, only one. So after a while, as the staff getting more and more competence, etc., they start complaining to the management. Why? Because they say if I can crawl myself to the panel clinic, right, then I can crawl myself to come to work, So I guess if a panelship is actually being used, probably more than one, is actually important, and it should be able to cover certain range. So the legality issue or the ethical issue or whatever, the fairness issue is easy for the employer to how do you call, to prove it to any court if the issue arises. Right, Jerry? Because whether the panelship is actually done out of what ulterior intention, to ensure there's no claims, or to ensure that the genuinity of the claim. Yeah, so I think as an employer, so what I did with Syarikat is at the end, when I took over the management, I decided to scrap it. It's not that I'm trying to be a better employer per se, in inverted quoted. It is not that. It is the relevancy and of how do you call, of managing Section 60F. Maybe should I say that in managing Section 60F, and when it comes to interviews and whatever, even when we as an interviewer, sometimes as an interview we are like an interviewee, interviewers, so it's easier for us to actually put forward, and then to let the employee see that we are relevant. Yeah, okay. I hope I help to put in a little bit of how to call answer to that, for Sharon Ng. Okay, and means there's an employer. Okay, so for Henny, there is an answer given already, That is, yes, basically the moment that you enter into an employment with the staff, Section 60F kicks in straight away, the moment that the person come to work. Pretty much so, right, Jerry? Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much so, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to still very quickly deal with the information on sick leave before we move on to the next slide, sir. Like I said, today sessions, I really hope that we can actually answer. It's not just informations, but we also provide you some light bulb moments for you to actually think through a bit. Okay.